I'm in focus, but my hair is just all over the gaff, Anyway, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a perfume collection video, and I'm going to include some tidbits, some helpful tips and tricks on how to grow a successful perfume collection. I don't know, is that a thing? It's a thing now. So I don't have any lashes, which I feel looks super weird, but I don't mind it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's get into it. Okay, so shout out to Sherry's TV, who actually inspired me to do this because she did a video recently. Oh my gosh, my washing machine's so loud. Sorry about that. Okay, that's better. So yeah, the Sherry's TV, she did a video recently on how she stores her perfume, and I was like, yeah, I kind of want to do that because I wanted to do a roundup of my collection as well. So hey girl, hey, if you're watching, super inspired, so this video goes out to you. Today we're going to talk about my perfume collection. I feel like it's finally at the place that I want it to be. I feel like it is at nirvana with me, very perfect. I am at one with everything, so I figured I'd take you guys through this. It is going to be a little bit of a long video, just a heads up, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, here we have my main table. This is my dresser table where I keep my everyday items. So in the back there I have my everyday makeup, I have my everyday jewelry, this is my wig stand, and those are my hair bands where, you know, obviously I wear them every day. Alongside that are all the perfumes that I put out for that week to try, alongside my candle. And shout out to this candle. This is from Yankee Candle, and it's actually called, this is called Sugared Blossom. It's beautiful, you guys. This is actually my favorite candle pretty much of all time. It smells like sugared candy floss with a little bit of powdery floral vibes. It's really nice. So I usually have that burning, but we are not actually going to get into this table just yet because my perfume collection actually starts off in a different room. So let me take you there. All right, so don't know if you can tell by the echoing, but we are in my bathroom, and this is where I house my So Fresh and So Clean fragrances. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out here, and I actually learned this from Valley Von, the perfume Don. She had a video where she was just like tips and tricks on how to use up your perfume, and one of the tips that she had was to actually spray them in the shower, because you know, hot air rises, so it picks up the perfume molecules a little bit better and helps them adhere to your skin as well. So I kept these out here in the bathroom because they put me in the mind frame of being clean, feeling clean, and of course I'm in the bathroom, so that's happening anyway, but like it just helps me get into it a little bit more. So we've got Blossom, Burberry Blossom, then we've got Jimmy Choo Illicit Flower, this is Armani Privé Figure, these two here, so this is La Nuit Trésor Diamond Musk, and this is Narciso Rodriguez. This is Eau de Musk from Narciso Rodriguez. I really like this. I've only got the sample right now, but might pick up the full size. Then we've got the Escada Turquoise Summer and Riri by Rihanna. The thing that these guys share in common, apart from being so fresh and so clean, well, I guess these two here, sorry, are more of your fruity kind of fresh, clean fragrances. So this has a really sharp green fig note, which I love. This is like a tropical watermelon kind of extravaganza. These two both have musk, which to my nose smells very clean. And then the Riri one is a sweet rum cocktail with fresh floral elements. I really like this. So what I'll do is I will run the shower, have the water going, and then I'll spray whichever one that I want into the water mist, if you will, and then kind of let that sit and then go in and shower, and it's amazing. And then if I want to continue to wear that fragrance for the rest of the day, I'll spray immediately on my skin and then proceed to put on my lotions and everything else, because in that way it sticks a little bit better. So I have a few perfumes here, and these are my So Fresh and So Clean. All right, so now we can actually start to talk about this table. Now I do kind of have a little bit of a system to it. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have seen, like, back in the day when I first started this journey, back in the day meaning like 2 months ago, and the whole table was full, like filled with all the different perfumes. But I have since stored some of them away, and this table is reserved for the perfumes that I want to focus on for that week, just to make sure that I'm using up my fragrances. But the system is as goes. Right here we have Rihanna's Nude perfume, Rebel Fleur Nude, I believe. This one is my nighttime scent. I wear it all the time to sleep, so that's why it's almost always out. Then here I have my Kilian section. So this is Good Girl Gone Bad body lotion, and then I have the shower gel in the bathroom, and then this is Good Girl Gone Bad Extreme, which is my favorite Kilian fragrance. And to be honest, it is literally like, I need to do a video of my love at first sniffs, because this was a love at first sniff and I just love it, and it's always going to be out because I always find a reason to wear it. Then this section here, now usually I reserve this section for the designer house that I want to pay attention to for that week, if I'm testing things out or if I've got something new in or whatever the case may be. This time around we are invested in Perfumes de Marly. So this is Cassidy. I love Cassidy. This is another love at first sniff, and pretty much she's been out on this table for the last like couple of months, so I still use her to this day. Love it. And then I picked up the Discovery set from Perfumes de Marly, and I have been trying this out. So I'm actually going to film a video next where I talk about the fragrances in this Discovery set. I'm just waiting for it to focus, but you can see that's what the little booklet says. So hang tight for that. You get 5 samples of their fragrances. These are 2 ml vials, so there's not a lot in there, you know what I mean. But they did also give me a couple of extra samples of Cassidy and Delina as well, which I'm really grateful for. So I'm going to do a video talking about these, so you know. And then this part is kind of reserved for whatever like I'm feeling that week. So I have really been feeling the Armani C line, the Passione and Fiori. Fiori I wear to sleep quite a lot. I love this now. It's so pretty. That bubblegum note is gorgeous. This one, which is Passione, is stunning. It's so nice. I love this. I wore it out the other day, but it doesn't have the beast mode quality that it needs to perform outside for me. So I've been wearing it indoors, but I really love it. I just have to overspray, I think. Then this also doesn't really change for the most part because I love this. This is Hugo Boss Ma Vie. This is one of my all-time favorite fragrances. This is another love at first sniff. So she stays there. She's a fresh, sweet, clean kind of girl, works under every circumstance. I always have to get the big bottle because the longevity on this is not that great, so I end up having to overspray, but she stays, okay. And this is a new pickup. This is Thierry Mugler Angel Nova, and I never thought I would be able to get my hands on one of the stars just because I never really liked the Mugler house. I never liked their fragrances really, but this is perfect. And this was actually the nose behind this is Quentin Biche, who also did Perfumes de Marly Delina, and Jean-Paul Gaultier La Belle, which you'll see in a second. So I've really been enjoying this, and this has been out since I've purchased it. I wear it to sleep, I wear it in the morning, I wear it in the day. I just love it. This is like a raspberry tart kind of experience. Anyway, I'm going to do a video where I talk about this, so hang tight. So I'll touch on notes of these fragrances, but I won't go in depth into them, just so you guys have a rough idea of where my headspace is at for each week. I do rotate these fragrances out almost every sort of 5 to 7 days. Anything that I'm not feeling is put away and then replaced with new stuff that I want to try. So this top here is my sweet gourmand section. So I reserve this area for all of the really sweet fragrances that I want to wear for that week. Jessica Simpson's Fancy, another love at first sniff. This has been here for, since I got it, it's been on this table, and that just tells you how much I love it. I'm actually on the hunt to get the travel size of it, the little mini one, which is 30 ml, so that I can have a backup and B, one that I can like travel with if I'm going somewhere for Christmas or going to friends or whatever. I love it. This is a recent repurchase. This is Nicki Minaj or Nika. I really love how fresh and sweet this is. It's not as gourmand as I usually have this section. Usually I have this like being really creamy, thick kind of sweet fragrances, but I've just been obsessed with this, so I have it out. I love it. I love her. And then the back is my sexy fragrances. So this is the area that I reserve for, oh, why did I drop that? Anyway, I reserve for fragrances that I'm probably going to wear out if I'm going to dinner or something. Of course, we've got La Belle from Jean-Paul Gaultier, and you can see I use this, so it's down to here. This is the 100 ml. Love her. I wish they would come out with a body lotion, honestly, because that would just give me every single bit of life that I need. But That's a beast mode one. Then we've got Dolce & Gabbana, the only one, and the only one 2. This is probably my favorite of the 2. I need to get the intense version as well, because I know people say that one's a banger. But I love the only one 2. This is just a berry, sexy, coffee, ambergris kind of vibe. Super sexy, love it. I have to overspray with this because it doesn't stick on my skin that well, so I definitely have to do the most, but it's worth it, so worth it. And then this is the only one, the original. This has a really nice coffee note to it and berry notes. I don't get enough of the cafe latte dry down that I would love to, but it's okay because I pretty much just use Labelle or another vanilla fragrance, and then I layer this on top to create that cafe latte kind of vibe. But that is the main table. Then up here I have a few more fragrances that are in their boxes because I'm practicing delayed gratification and I want to try them out when it's winter just to see like what they do. So these are Zadig and Voltaire Girls Can there's 3 of them up there. I'll link the video where I was talking about them. I'm reserving them for winter because they have a musk note in them, a synthetic musk note that right now can get a little bit cloying. So I'm gonna have to wait until the weather is just a little bit cooler to see if that's not gonna be as headache inducing. Hopefully that's the case, otherwise I'll have to get them away. But they are gorgeous. I love the fragrances, they are so nice. And then that's just a Mugler gift set that I got. And then this bag here has the Fendi and MFK collaboration, so I've just kept that in there. And then the rest of my fragrances kind of sit in this section, well, in this whole kind of wardrobe situation. Also shout out to Jackie Aina, she came up with a lifestyle brand, and here's one of the candles that I picked up. It's called Caked Up. This is gorgeous. It smells literally like cake batter, literally cake batter, sweet cake batter, and I love it. So I switch that out every so often to burn in my room. Anyway, top shelf, right? Top shelf contains all of my go-to kind of fragrances. These are your small travel size ones. I can usually throw them in a bag. They don't require too much thinking. It's just, you know, let's just be done with it type of vibes. In the back I have my body lotions and body oils. Then I have my Delina body lotion. This is actually what I'm wearing today. I do have my travel sets of Delina as well, which comes in here. I used to have this in my handbag, but the travel case is super heavy, so it makes my handbag super heavy. So I kind of put it back here, but it's something that I have. Then this is a Kilian Good Girl Gone Bad, and I had considered buying a full size of this because the new bottle is actually pink. Well, it's white and pink. The juice is pink and then it's like white and pink or something. But look, I've had this for so many years and I still have not really made a big enough dent in it. I do like this fragrance, but it's beast mode and I don't need a lot and I don't wear it often, so I might not get the full size just yet. But I really do like this travel case. I think it's chic. It's another heavy one, so I can't really put it in my handbag to go, but you know, it's there. It is there. Then I have Giorgio Armani Because It's You. This was my all-time favorite fragrance. I keep it in here because I don't know why I keep it in here, if I'm honest, you guys. I don't know. I think it's partly because I just don't want to finish it, and as you can see, the juice has turned. Probably the vanilla in there. So this used to be clear juice, but I've got just a little bit left. Honestly, I know I'm gonna have to repurchase it because it is another love at first sniff. But it lives here for the time being. I don't know why. So this is the Onika body lotion. I love this. If you're ever to find yourself picking up the Nicki Minaj fragrances, I know they're a little bit difficult to come across now, but get the body lotion as well, okay? Because when you layer them, that's when it starts to perform a little bit better. These are just skincare, but I've got the Ariana Grande, I can't remember which fragrance this is, but this is the one that I liked from the set that I picked up recently. And then I've got the layered, Superdrug layered exotic eau de toilette. This is orange blossom. This is just sweet orange blossom and jasmine, and it's perfect for layering, literally layering. And also it's a great size, so this is one that I do throw in my bag every so often just to top up throughout the day. So that's that side. And then this side has like mini samples. I mean, they're not actually samples, my samples live somewhere else, but these are your deluxe size fragrances. So I've got here Kilian after sunset. Now this smells to me like a mimosa drink at the beach. There's something quite alcohol-y about it, but sweet. It's in tropically as well, something like, I don't know if there's a rum note or some sort of alcohol note, I don't know, but that's what it smells like to me. It's cute. It could be sweeter, but it is a nice one. And then in here I have my wait, actually no, this is MFK Gentle Fluidity Gold, my travel size one. Who is this? This is this is a fragrance from MAC. Y'all remember when MAC did their thing whereby like they had their best selling lipsticks and then they had a perfume alongside it? So this is Creme Brulee, and I was searching for the fragrance, the full size of the fragrance in the UK, and nobody had it. It was all over the US, but nobody had it in the UK, so I could only find it in this travel set, which is a rollerball. Don't like the fact that it's a rollerball, but the fragrance itself is actually really nice. It's basically just creamy, powdery, toffee, sweet gourmand kind of vibes. I really like it. In fact, if you guys know of anybody who's selling theirs or where I can find it, just let me know, because I will pick this up in a full size. But it's small, so it lives in my you know, bag of like travel size stuff. I also have a decant of Narciso Rodriguez Poudre. This I bought off of eBay. Sorry, I can't even get it to focus. I bought off of eBay. Somebody was decanting theirs, and you know, I wanted to smell it and I really like it. This is a 10 ml vial. I think that's honestly the way to go, guys. Like sometimes you don't have to buy, it's not every day buy full size bottles, in it. Sometimes just get the decants, because I knew I liked this, but I didn't want a big bottle of it because I knew I wasn't going to wear it like that. So I just got the 10 ml, and honestly it's been absolutely perfect. And then the size of it is great as well, because I can store it easily. I might end up actually picking up the full size because it's a really nice fragrance. It's really powdery, really soft, really sweet. I don't know if there's orange blossom in this, but it's gorgeous. It's a really nice one, kind of floral as well. And I also really like the bottle, so I might get the full size of it, but I'm telling myself I need to finish this first before I can justify that. So this lives in here, and then at the back I have my Kilian. This is What's Your Kind of Love, the set that he came out with a few years back. So I did a review on this on my Instagram if you want to see what I think about the fragrances. My favorite one, as is the favorite of everyone, is Princess, which has the ginger, green tea and marshmallow. Then Boys, which has the cola and cinnamon note, super fun. Then this one here, which is adults, and then the kissing is cool, but that Lily of the Valley, I don't know, sometimes I have to be in the right mindset to stomach it. Now the thing is, I was considering getting the full size of Princess because there was talk of it being discontinued, but honestly I have barely made a dent to the travel size, so like what's the point, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm just panicking by trying to get the big one. So I haven't yet purchased the big one. Maybe somebody can buy it for me, I don't know, but that is there. At least I have it that I can smell. And that's the thing as well, guys, like perfume journey, right, can be a super expensive one. So my recommendation with everything is always pick up a sample, because sometimes all you want to do is to be able to smell it. You know, it's not that you want the perfume in your life, you just want to know what it smells like. So having the samples or deluxe size is just, it's perfect, okay? And it won't break the bank too much, you know what I'm saying? So then we move into, this is makeup for the most part. I do have my so I do have my Tom Ford Soleil body oil. This is pretty much the only Tom Ford fragrance, if you will, that I have in my collection. It's the only one that I liked from the house, and you can see I really like it because I use it a lot. So I might actually end up picking up the actual perfume at some time, because I really do like this. This is like a woody, sweet woody kind of fragrance. I don't know what else to say. I can't remember what the notes are, but it's gorgeous. I also have my body oil from Patrick Tart, and I have to say, when I first got this, it really smelt like Baccarat Rouge 540, like it was trying to be Baccarat Rouge 540. The smell has since dissipated, so if you want to know what Baccarat smells like but you don't want to spend too much, and you also like body oils, get this one from Patrick Tart. They also have a smaller size, which is a little bit cheaper. I think it's like £20. But yeah, it smells kind of like Baccarat. The sprayer on it is pretty bad though. It's not a great sprayer, so maybe just get the small one. But it does kind of smell like Baccarat, and as you can see, this is an area I use a lot. That's why it's a bit tattered. But anyway, next we go down. This is more makeup and the candle, and then right here is where I store the majority of the rest of the perfumes that I currently have in my collection. So at the height of all this, I had about 60 full-size perfumes, and through declutters and passing them on to family and selling them, I have managed to get my collection down to 37 fragrances. 37 full-size fragrances. I haven't counted the mini deluxe ones, but I feel good about this. This is a manageable size for me, and I feel like everything has earned its place. So that's another thing, guys. If you start on your perfume journey and you find yourself with fragrances that you just no longer need, remember, you can always sell them on eBay. I sell mine predominantly on eBay. Just make sure you take pictures of the serial numbers so that you can prove that it's genuine. If you have any information on where you actually purchased it, that's also helpful. And also keep the boxes. So I have another box behind this wardrobe where I keep all the original packaging, and then that way if I need to resell it, I have all of the, you know, proof and confirmation. It's just a nice experience as well when you buy something and it's still in its original packaging and everything else. So that's just a little tip on how to manage how many fragrances you have in your collection. So just to, you know, give you guys an idea of what's going on in there. At the back, that Kilian box, ironically enough, does not have Kilian samples in it. It has all of my MFK samples. Behind that is my Maya & J sample discovery set box, which I still need to film a video for. This little bag is the bag that came with the MAC perfume rollerball, and I just think it's so cute. It's so cute, so I keep it here. And this is actually the box that it was in when I got it, and right now it houses all of my samples that I'm looking into. I will link above the video of me doing like a review, not a review, but just talking through my samples collection. I passed on the majority of those because I was not going to use them, and I've kept the ones that I am going to use, and these are new ones as well that I've picked up through buying lots of different perfumes. So here's another tip: you can sell your unused samples or lightly used samples. So as you're buying lots of fragrances for your collection, you're probably getting given lots of samples, and just, you know, sell them on eBay or Depop or wherever you see fit, because there's somebody out there who wants to smell it and doesn't necessarily want to buy a full-size bottle. So just to show you guys some of the samples that I have at the moment, this is Alien Essence Absolute from Thierry Mugler. I believe this fragrance has been discontinued, and I wanted to smell it because people were raving about it. Like, it is a nice one, to be fair, it is a nice one, but it's been discontinued. You can still kind of find it, but you will have to pay an arm and a leg to purchase it. And I just wanted to see A, what all the hype is about, and B, whether or not it would be something I'd be willing to like take the splurge on. I'm fine with just having the samples, if I'm honest. It's got that alien DNA, which is but isn't that great on me, so I'm okay with the samples for now. I still keep my Coco Noir sample because, oh, I just wish the longevity on this was better, but here we are. I also recently picked up the Gucci Memoirs sample because Rhonda Lease here on YouTube, I love her channel. Me and her have pretty much the same taste in fragrances. So whenever she says she likes something, I'm like, okay, bet I can go ahead and get a sample, because at the very least I know it would smell good. I just need to test it on my skin. So she was talking about this in a video, and I was like, oh, I never thought this would be something that she liked, you know, and therefore I like. So I thought, let me get the sample, and actually it's quite nice. It's quite nice. A lot of people mention that it's nostalgic. I've not grown up with any of the notes that are in this particular fragrance, but I can see why you would say that. It is quite earthy. It reminds me of like being in a library, but in a nice way. It's kind of sweet, It's got a chamomile note in it as well, which is very like relaxing. So this is a nice fragrance. I probably won't get a full size. I don't think it's something that I would wear all the time, but it's a nice smelling fragrance. Oh, let's talk about this. So when I was in the high street the other day, I did go ahead and smell some perfume. If you follow me on Insta, you would have seen it. Well, actually, I don't know if I posted it all, but follow me on Insta. Anyway, this is a spray on card of the new Perfect by Marc Jacobs, and I have to say I actually really like this. This has notes of bright daffodil, juicy rhubarb, soft cashmeran, comforting almond milk, and then yeah, some other stuff, I'm sure. You know what, this doesn't smell like any of the Marc Jacobs fragrances, and that's why I like it. It doesn't have that DNA. It's a really light, soapy, fresh, clean scent. It should have, I'm surprised it doesn't have a musk note because it's quite fresh, but maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. It's a really nice fragrance. I never thought I would actually like this, but I really do. I actually even sprayed it on my skin and I was like, girl, actually it's aight. And maybe it's that almond milk, because I do get a light, creamy, sweet vibe that's not vanilla. And I tested it on my skin as well and it worked. So I might end up picking this up at some point, or I might ask for it for Christmas, but probably a small one. But I do like this, I do. Next we have, what's this one? Oh, so I got recommended this by you guys. This is Versace, girl, I don't know, Versace Crystal Noir, and this is the eau de toilette. And I have been testing it out, and I have to say that fig note is throwing me off. I love it minus the fig, and I always thought I liked fig, but I don't know, maybe I just don't like this fig. Anyway, I know there's talk about a difference between the EDT and the EDP. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get my hands on the EDP so I can kind of see how different that is, because I do like it and it is full size bottle worthy, but that fig note, I don't know. All right, so next we have 1 Million Parfum from Paco Rabanne. Is this not a bullion? I haven't really been keeping up with what's been going on with Paco Rabanne, but I'm like, is this a new one or is this like a flanker of the old? I don't know what's going on. I haven't even sprayed it. I don't know what's going on. But when this first came out, the Bouillon one, I believe when it first came out, and all the guys wore it, I was obsessed. Ugh, all the men smelled so good when this came out. I was obsessed. And then they came out with a female version, and the female one was trash to me. It just did not have the same vibe. So I ended up getting the guys one and wearing the guys one, and then like layering it with other stuff, and I was living. So I do like the Bouillon kind of vibe. I haven't smelled this, so I don't know what this smells like, so I don't know. I'll let y'all know. This is a new Valentino. It's called Voce Viva. I really like the color, the pink and red color that this is. This is the perfect in-between color for pink and red. Gorgeous, I love it. Now the fragrance now, and the bottle also is actually really nice. This is not a bad fragrance, but it's not a wow fragrance either. The like face of this is Lady Gaga, and she looks very soft and feminine, and I guess that's her new like look, right? That's what she's going for now, like the soft feminine vibe, which I'm down for. I mean, she looks stunning, and I think it does represent the fragrance very, very well. There's a just mini review. There is a kind of sweet vanilla note to this that's really pleasant in the mid, but by the time it dries down, I feel like it's just a little bit forgettable. I don't know. I wouldn't run out to get this, is basically what I'm trying to say. I think that if you were gifted it, it'll be nice. You'd wear it for sure. Like, it doesn't smell bad at all, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I have the new Valentino one. You know, it's nothing that you'd brag about. Not that you should be bragging about your fragrances, but I don't think it will make you feel excited to wear it, but you'd feel very pretty when you're wearing it, if that makes sense. So I've been testing it. The dry down on me is a little sickly. I don't know what, there's something in it that's making it a little sickly. So I'll keep testing it out because it just might need like a colder weather or something. And yeah, that's pretty much what I think about it. I think it's a grower. It's one of those fragrances that will probably grow on you. And then last few ones we have, of course, Mugler. Angel Nova. I picked this up in a full size because it's stunning. I will be doing a review. It's gorgeous. Like perfection, seriously. And then last couple of fragrances, samples that I picked up or I got. Cassily, which they sent to me because I ordered the Discovery set. I'm really glad to have this because I want to be able to travel with this fragrance. That's how much I love it. So I'm really glad I got this. I wish they would do the same thing with Cassily that they've done with Delina and just have the body corpse and this and that, you know, hair mist and stuff, because I love this fragrance. I think it's gorgeous. And then they gave me another Delina, which I might pass on, I might sell, because I'm all Delina'd out at this point. But yeah, I got that. So that's where my samples live. I'm trying to fit this one in. So this is where my samples live, and every week I will pull 1 or 2 of them out, put them on the main desk just to test them out and see how everything's going. And then, like I said, here I have my MFK samples. These are the ones that I pretty much know I won't be getting a full size of, but I do like the smell of them. Oud Satin Mood I might get in a body lotion. I'm still deliberating whether I want the body oil or the body lotion. I don't think I'll get the fragrance. It's a little too strong for me. A La Rose I am obsessed with. It's gorgeous, but it's one of those that I wouldn't buy for myself because I know I wouldn't reach for it all the time, but I want it in my collection. So I don't know how I'm gonna like finesse that situation, but hey. Amoureuse Parfum is actually a really nice light fragrance. I actually prefer the Pour Homme over the Pour Femme because the Pour Homme has a vanilla note to it, which is really quite nice. But this just reminds me of a really chic French woman, if I was to describe it in that way. It's just fresh floral. If you guys know MFK, he does an amazing floral. He really knows how to do a sickening floral. And the rest of these are the ouds that I picked up, but I don't really like them like that, so I'm trying to figure out who I can give them to. And then I do have Gentle Fluidity and Gentle Fluidity Silver. This is gold, and I'll probably end up getting Gentle Fluidity as a full size, the gold version as a full size. But I do love the fragrance that is created when you mix both of them. I really do. So I'm low-key thinking about getting the silver one in the really small travel size vial, because in that way I can mix them both, you know. But yeah, let me know if you guys have tried to mix Gentle Fluidity Gold and Silver, because I really like what it turns out into, you know, when you mix them. Anyway, so there's the Kilian box, which has MFK. And then now we get into the actual perfumes themselves. So here's another tip that I learned on the YT. Your fragrances should be kept in a dark place away from sunlight so that they don't turn as quickly. So hence why they are now in here. The majority of them are in here. Starting from the back, we have Beyonce Heat Wild Orchid. There was a time I was wearing this every day and I had to stop myself because I wasn't wearing anything else. So that's why it's at the back over there. I really like this fragrance. It's got a coconut note to it, which kind of is a little bit synthetic, a little bit. And if you can get over that, it's such a beautiful and delightful kind of fragrance. Great for like every day, just wearing in the house. I really like it. And then this is Heat Rush, which has a gorgeous passion fruit note to it. Really enjoy this. I was spraying this 2 weeks ago. I had it on my dresser, and it was my morning fragrance because it has that gorgeous passion fruit note, which is just really invigorating. So really like that. And then I also have Mango Skin from Vilmer House. This is another niche fragrance. This literally smells like a mango, like the most authentic take to a mango I've ever experienced. I'll leave my review on it up above. Gorgeous, and it's also sweet but ripe. It's just a really nice fragrance, and it's got a really nice citrus top, which is great for waking you up. So I used to spray this first thing in the morning as well. Like it. Now I did declutter a lot of my my celebrity fragrances, aka my Rihanna fragrances. Not all of them, just a few of them, like Rogue and Rogue Love, because girl, no, okay, you know what I'm saying. First of all, Rogue was actually my little cousin took it from me, or I gave it to him because he really liked the dry down of the leather. and I was like, it smells good on him anyway. But that one does have a really nice top to it, so I like that. But Robe Love just smelled like water. It smelled like Viva La Juicy, but just watered down, and there was just no point. And the bottle was really pretty, but again, just no point. So that's no longer in here. But going back to what is in here, we have this bad boy right here. This is the only Jo Malone fragrance that I will stand for. This is Jo Malone Myrrh and Tonka, which is literally, like the bottle says, just smells like myrrh and tonka. To be more descriptive, this to me smells more like vanilla and tonka. It's got a sweet, creamy, ooh, and I dropped it. It's got a sweet, creamy dry down with a little bit of myrrh. It kind of reminds me of being outside, but like in autumn, autumn/winter. I wore this once lockdown restrictions were lifted, when I was going to barbecues and stuff, and I really liked it, and I got a lot of compliments. It's a dope one, and I feel like it's quite unisex as well. And for a cologne, which, I mean, it's a cologne intense, but still, this has longevity, projection, I mean, you name it, it's there. The only Jo Malone fragrance that works for me and that I will stand for. So love this. All right, sorry, I'm back. It's actually a few hours later because I got really hungry, so I went to go get something to eat. I'm gonna try and not make this too crazy long, but you know me, I like my long videos, so it might be. Next we have Armani Privé Blue Lazuli. All right, I'm just gonna put on my rug. This is Armani Privé Blue Lazuli. This is also my cat who's just come to say hi. This is one of my all-time favorite fragrances of all time. This was another smell, love at first sniff. The only thing is I can't tell how much I've got left, so I've got a little bit of anxiety around this right now because I don't know. It's definitely a lot lighter, but I don't know how much I've got left, so I might pick up a backup. But this is a sweet, smoky tobacco powerhouse, perfect for evening. I love it. Yeah, it's perfect. It's got osmanthus, and I think there's iris in there as well. Pretty much like just everything I love in a fragrance. Love it. All right, I'm just gonna put my fragrances here because it's hard to focus otherwise. But this is a fragrance from Superdrug by a brand called Miss So, and this is their chocolate. It's called Daydream, but basically the two notes in here are chocolate and pomegranate, white chocolate and pomegranate. And I like the dry down. The dry down on this is very much a white chocolate kind of vibe, which is particularly useful for layering. So I use this for layering with other perfumes on top, and I really like it. Next we have Bench for Her. This was one of the fragrances that I picked up from TK Maxx at a steal. This was like £6, and I think, well, according to the reviews that I've read, this is a dupe for Poison Girl by Dior, and I don't have Poison Girl, and I think I have smelled Poison Girl before, but I can't really remember like how close it is to this. Either way, this has a really gorgeous rose and vanilla dry down on me, which I love. So it's really, really good for evening nights out. I wore this to dinner the other day and actually smelled really good, and actually like performed. It lasted, so that's really cool. For a cheapie, you know, it was only £6. I usually don't get along with this type of rose, but it works well with the vanilla. So if you guys see this out in TK Maxx, I would definitely recommend it. I think it's dope. Next we have Burberry Her Intense, and this was actually on my dresser last week. This was one of the fragrances I was wearing last week, and mine has actually turned a little bit smokier for some reason, which I'm not mad at all. This is a super sweet, syrupy fragrance, an amped up version of the original Her, but mine now is smelling a little bit smokier, which I actually quite like. It gives it just a little bit more depth, because my one criticism of this is that it's very linear as a fragrance, so it just smells the same, at least on me, from the top to the mid to the dry down, which isn't as fun, you know what I mean? But it's still nice. But now it's gaining that smoky note to it. I'm actually really, really into it. So let me know if you guys are experiencing the same with yours. Maybe it's just mine, I don't know, but I still like it. Next we have Naomi Campbell At Night. I also got this from TK Maxx. This was a blind buy because I didn't even know Naomi had fragrances. I completely missed this whole time, but by golly, is this a really nice fragrance. Oh my gosh, this is a powdery, this is a powdery sweet vanilla dream. Super sexy, super gourmand, creamy, just everything. If you guys see this, pick up 2. If they have more than 1 on the shelves, pick up 2 because you are going to be obsessed. This has the same kind of booziness that a lot of Kilian fragrances have, or the Kilian fragrances I've smelt has. So the longevity, the sillage, everything's amazing on this fragrance. In fact, I'm going to spray it now because I love this. So pretty, so pretty. So this is Naomi Campbell at Night, and this has since been discontinued, so yeah, you'll have to be quite lucky to get it. Next we have Marc Jacobs Daisy Love by Marc Jacobs in the Days Fashions. This is pretty much the only Marc Jacobs fragrance that I like, minus the new one that I've smelt, but this still does have the DNA of the original Daisy Love, which I'm not obsessed with, I'm not, but everything else in this fragrance kind of saves it. I did do a review on this, so I'm not actually going to chat about it too much, but it's got a great top note of is it apricot? Yeah, apricot, that I really enjoy, and it is definitely one of my faves. It's nice. Next we have Elie Saab, Girl of Now. Elie Saab is actually one of my favorite fashion designers. He is a he, so definitely check him out if you're into fashion, couture, runway, whatever. He does beautiful dresses, gowns for women. I really love his approach to femininity when it comes to fashion. So love him as a designer, and this fragrance is dope. Now they describe this as having an almond note, but to me it smells more like pistachio. So I'm actually going to do a review between this one and the Bum Bum Cream Sol de Janeiro fragrance, because they are similar-esque. And here's Shui again. Hey Shui. So I'm going to do a review on this. This is really nice though. This is actually one of my faves. This was out on my dresser last week as well. Alright, next we have Zadig and Voltaire, This Is Love. I spoke about this in a recent video, and I have actually decluttered the This Is Her, the original one in the white bottle, because that sandalwood became too cloying, and I was just like, I can't wait for it to turn. I don't have that kind of time. So I passed it on to my brother to see if he'd like it. Most likely he's going to pass it on to somebody else. So I did get rid of the This Is Her because of that sandalwood note. But this also has a sandalwood note, which I low-key, high-key can't take. But it's better than the last one, and if I spray this on clothes, it's not as bad. And I do like how unique this is. So I have to reserve this for certain kind of activities, but I do like this. It's just that sandalwood note, honestly. Next we have a firm fave. This is Burberry Her. The nose behind this and the Intense is MFK. Oh, and Blossom as well actually, but MFK didn't do the other one, I think Londonderry. Anyway, this is Her. This is gorgeous. This is another love at first sniff. Like, it was done out here. This is your strawberry dreamsicle, sweet fruity top, not creamy but just really sweet and fruity. This is great. I carried this with me when I went over to a friend's house to stay over, so I really like having a 30ml, and honestly if I finish this then I will repurchase it in a 50ml, and I doubt I'll finish this honestly, but it's dope. Okay, next we have one that I'm super proud of, and this is Viktor and Rolf Bonbon Pastel. I have a video where I was talking about how I love the packaging behind these fragrances, but I couldn't find any of them that worked for me because the original and the original like Intense, A, just didn't last on my skin, and B, didn't smell as great as I would have wanted them to smell. But this is so nice. I'm gonna do a review on this because I think it's worth a review. But it's basically a caramel aquatic take on the original Bonbon, and it's got great longevity. So I love this, and look how pretty it is. So pretty. This was out on my vanity last week too. All right, now this is one that really surprised me. From D Squared, it's called Want. This was a blind buy, and I read the reviews on Fragrantica, and everybody was raving about the vanilla notes in this. They were saying that it's like a sexy vanilla, and hands down they weren't lying. This is a gorgeous fragrance. I think it has been discontinued, and I've been wearing this to sleep quite a few times because it's just, that vanilla is just so warming, and it's a sexy grown woman vanilla. It's done so well. It's a shame they're discontinuing it, but if you can find it on the internet, I would highly recommend it. They also have another one which has a ginger note to it, but I'm not all that fussed about ginger, to be honest. But this is gorgeous. I would highly recommend. Okay, next we have Valentino Born in Roma. I feel like this is my signature scent. This was out on the table all last week, like literally from when I bought it, and I've done a review video on it actually, so I will definitely link that if it's available. But this is a gorgeous fragrance, you guys. It has vanilla bourbon and jasmine, like 3 versions of jasmine. So it's kind of 90% there in terms of having my heart. The only thing that it's missing is iris, because if this had iris in it, it'd be done. It's done out here, it's a wrap. I love this. This is gorgeous. I feel like I'm going to be wearing this a lot in the next few weeks as we approach Christmas, because it just has that signature scent kind of like status to me, and it smells like me, you know. Like my aunt came over the other day and I was wearing this and she's like, oh, you smell like you know. There's certain fragrances that are really like akin to your personality, and this is one of them. The sweet and freshness element to it is just gorgeous. I really love this. Highly recommend. Next we have Aquilina Gold. Yeah, something like that. I did a first impressions on this. Love this. This is your creamy coconut creme brulee experience. I wear this a lot to sleep or in the day. This is perfect for fall and winter. Super sweet, super creamy. It has a really gorgeous creamy coconut note to it as well, which is a lot of fun. I really enjoy this. I didn't get along with the original Pig Sugar because there was just a note in there that smelt too synthetic for my nose, but this is actually just dope. So dope. Then we have Viva La Juicy Gold Couture. I remember there was a video I was doing recently where I kept referring to it as Viva La Gucci instead of Viva La Juicy. I might have even done it now. This is Viva La Juicy, okay, not Viva La Gucci. Anyway, this is a really nice fragrance. I used to own the original one many years ago, so when I smell this I get whiffs of the memories when I used to wear the original. So it really is authentic to the DNA that this fragrance house has, but they've just made it more grounded. They've made it more yummy. They've made it more, not more sweet, you couldn't get much sweeter than the original, but it's just a really nice creamy one. Super nice. I wear this a lot as well, and I hate that I can't see how much I've used up, but I doubt I've made enough of a dent for me to be worried about it at this point in time. But if I did finish this, I would go ahead and buy 100 ml. Ooh, next we have this beautiful bottle right here. This is Le Nuit Trésor à la Folie. I was super bummed out that I didn't get along with the original Le Nuit Trésor. I ended up passing that one on to my mom, and I have, well, you'll see the one, but this was mentioned recently in a video by MJ and I blind bought it, and I'm so glad I did. This is beautiful. It still smells like the Le Nuit Trésor family in that kind of grown woman kind of vibe, but it's a lot sweeter. It's got some really creamy is it amber? Probably amber and vanilla. Some really creamy sweet notes that are perfect for this kind of weather. I mean, let me be honest, I have been into creamy vibes since I started this whole journey, so I can wear creamy sweet scents whenever. I don't mind, but this is so nice. I would highly recommend this as well, and the bottle is just gorgeous. The black to the red. And then last but certainly not least, we have à la Trésor Le Nuit Nude, I think. This is the nude version of the fragrance, and this is basically a coconut creamy dream kind of vibe. I talked about this in a first impression video, and I wear this to sleep a lot, so it's giving me memories of really good sleep that I had not too long ago. Really nice. If you want a really creamy coconut fragrance, this is it. It's done masterfully. It's not juvenile, it's not too young, it's still sexy. I really enjoy this. Alright guys, we've come to the end of the video. Shui Pops has come to help me to say bye. Hopefully you have all enjoyed this video of me talking about my collection, but let's be honest, I'm probably gonna get more perfume very soon and end up having to do a part 2 of this perfume collection video. But I'm super happy with everything in here and I love all my fragrances. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.